being an educator, I wish to change the direction slightly differently, but all of us are in some way educators, okay? And I hope the little that I have here to share with you will be helpful. We'll just quickly go through the historical imprints of African education, changes in African education, Adventist education in Africa, then Adventist higher education in Africa, and finally the renewal of Adventist education, okay, in general and in Africa. All right, let's go. Historical imprints of African education. Very, very interesting. All right. We all know from our own experiences or from what we have heard that non-Western practices have been not recognized as much as Western practices. You just need to look at books written, literature written. The emphasis is on Western practices and so on. Okay? But if at all mentioned, non-Western practices would be portrayed as rather sad or backward. Okay? That would be the way normally we would see, and that's not very good. And if non-Western cultures and practices were considered, they are different, and in a way different is not good. Different is inferior. That was the attitude. Okay, and so this attitude even contributed to closing of minds to any alternative methods of practices. Okay, wonderful practices existed, but there was a closing of the minds because different meant inferior. All right? Do you know what? There has been recently a change in perspective. Aren't we glad? Aren't we glad for that? Because recently the West, including the Europeans, if you look at the books and literature, are opening their minds from closed minds to open minds. Okay, knowing that varied cultures and practices really enrich and strengthen learning experiences of all. Okay, so this is the good note, positive note that we can start with. All right, now let's see in Africa. So African culture and education practices are more respected and agreed and accepted, okay, in recent times, and so are Asian and other. Okay, so let's very quickly look at what Africa stands for in terms of education. Okay, communal learning. This is what I learned, and when I say that, you understand very well. Those from Africa. Okay, education has been a societal responsibility. All right. So we know that it's not just parents, the beginning teachers, or the teachers, but everyone in the community would, okay, contribute to that. Okay, and also group learning was very, very important. All right. So we have the society participating in the education of students, and group learning, that was very, very important. And if historically we look at these trends and connect it to what the latest trends in education are, really collaborative or cooperative learning activities that are very powerful these days. At any level, at elementary or secondary or even at tertiary level, you come to a graduate school, we see teachers using group learning. Okay, Dr. Cruz, have you seen that happening? He is visiting these days our graduate school. Okay, we are very proud of him. Okay, they work in groups, and research has shown that cooperative learning works excellently. But we are so proud that Africa has the roots for that, because that's where really group learning has its origins. Okay, if you look at history, all right? And the need for significant others. Remember, society has a role, so significant others significant others are those who support. Okay, just like when a child climbs a tree, you want somebody to hold the child up. Okay, there's a support needed, and eventually the child can climb on his or her own. That's the point we want the person to reach. Okay, but many significant others are needed, and all who can pitch in should be there. Okay, and that attitude is so wonderful. Okay, and that idea is currently being practiced, and it comes from Africa. All right, and connecting to societal needs for curriculum. This is called society-centered curriculum. Origins come from Africa. All right, we are grateful to Africa for these wonderful practices that we emphasize these days. All right, what about the next one? Oral tradition. Okay, use of speech. Okay, and it takes different forms. And this is what I learned: folk tales and dilemma stories. Okay, they stimulated discussions. If you only observe, okay, people standing around in front of the library most often you find it's friends from Africa. Yes. What are they doing? Okay, this is the oral tradition. Okay, discussions, debates. They're solving the problems of IS. They're solving the problems of the world, in fact. Okay, all right, discussions happening like that. Okay, and such discussion, reasoning are very important in solving problems. Okay, so we saw that Dr. Cruz mentioned about Africans are so skilled in solving problems. These are things. Okay, all right, decision-making process and so on. Implications. The recent impetus in classrooms to help students to be critical thinkers. Okay, that's where we find, okay, roots in Africa. Artistic language expressions, yes, and of all kinds of artistic expressions as proverbs and so on. Okay, very important even today, oral language. But technology should not be a substitute for oral language, okay? But use technology for enhancing oral language. This is much better, okay? All right, so we are grateful to the modern practices that really can be traced to Africa. All right, moral education philosophy, one of the cardinal principles of African education, traditional African education is develop character. Can you imagine? And that's very important for Adventists, okay, and for the whole of humanity. Okay, every member in the community had the authority and the freedom to correct children. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, I wish we would practice this at IS, okay? All right, so correcting or praising the child, okay? You need not be the parent of the child or the teacher of the child. Okay, as a member of the society, you had the right to do that. Okay, wonderful practice. Okay, so respect for elders and those in authority were inculcated through such practices, and eventually it led to obedience. Obedience is very important. It's not only for children. Obedience to authority, okay? Obedience to God's rules and so on. Okay, very much needed. Implications? Yes. The biblical admonition, obedience is better than sacrifice. Okay, coming very strongly from Africa. Respect and obedience are character traits of value, and we are grateful to Africa for helping us remember that, okay, as a heritage. Okay, practical and vocational education, all kinds of vocational activities which still are going on. Okay, weaving, hunting, sculpturing. Okay, I think symbols from West Africa, especially Dr. Robert. Okay, wonderful, and these are even integrated into all kinds of artifacts. Okay, clothes and other works and so on. Very artistic. All right. So these are wonderful contributions of Africa, and we should not forget about Egypt. The contribution of Egypt, ancient Egypt, to all those wonderful subject areas, disciplines, agriculture, architecture, and all these disciplines have roots in ancient Egypt and those who study these areas, okay, know that Egypt has contributed to these areas. So we are really grateful to Africa for the curriculum that really can be derived in many areas of professional disciplines. Okay, now quickly going, the changes in African education. Colonists from Europe changed things. Formal education began with those colonists coming in. And we know that contextualizing was important, but many times they were discarded. Contexts of Africa were discarded. And okay, westernization happened. And this has caused a lot of discomfort. That's not a good thing that happened. All right, there has been, due to these struggles, an Afrocentrism movement. Okay, we see this very predominantly even in the West, okay, among the American Africans, Afrocentrism, where African traditions and values, even schools that promote that are made as counter attack to Westernism and, okay, and so on. Okay, all right, so this is a reality, okay. Adventist education, we know that the first school in Africa started in South Africa, okay, Cape Town, an elementary school, and which developed into a tertiary institution in the same place. And we know parallel to that is the establishment of Oakwood, okay, in the United States, primarily for training those from Africa who came to the United States. Okay, Quinquennium results reports are very, very interesting. Increase in new school buildings in SID, 3 divisions are there, right? Okay, increase in schools everywhere, okay. Programs, number of teachers, and so on, wonderful reports. And WAD, IFL promotion, I was so happy to hear that, okay. And baptisms and so on, from school related ministry. Challenges are there, in, need of buildings and need of certain regions, enrollment problem, and government taking over schools, that's a problem too. And language barriers, terrorism in Kenya, government, okay, civil war, refugees in Central Africa and so on. But there are still opportunities. Okay, accreditation of schools, training teachers in integrating faith and learning, sustaining work programs, very important, strengthening research tradition. I'm so glad that collaboration between IS and some universities in Africa happening already, and more are going to happen. Okay, more contextualized education. Okay? All right, well, I'll just skip through this part very much, and I just want to go through a big important idea from, okay, a model for renewal. Okay, a model that comes from infinity. I've been very intrigued by this model. Looking at the past, okay, what can we learn for the present and the future? The center of that infinity is really the present, okay? All right, we must be aware of where we are now and what we need now. And we need to be rooted in the past. Don't forget the past. And Africa has a rich heritage. Don't forget that. Learn from it, okay, and connect it to the values that we need to continue today. Our forebears have lived it, and don't neglect it. Biblical truths are still important. Continue so that our present can be better. All right? Okay, and decisions are based on these. Okay, and then we are propelled into looking at the future. So this loop is a dynamic loop going back to the present and then into the future. Okay, this kind of renewal experience is what we can have. Okay, all right. So it's a Herman action, thinking of our past. Okay, but keeping stock. Okay, this is a pictorial way. Okay, we are in the present, but our roots are in the past, right? Okay, and we are making a path to the future way beyond, okay, the mountain itself. Okay, this is what we must work on. And don't worry about starting big. Jesus upside down strategy is another model. Okay, start small and it will grow big. Okay, so when we think of enrollment in schools, very important, but what is the result? In India, we have schools with thousands of students, okay? But most of them are Hindus and non-Adventists. Okay, what's happening to the school, the identity of the school? It's no longer Adventist, okay? So what are those schools for, okay? But those, the small schools, okay, like IS, okay? But what an impact to the whole world it's making, okay? Enrollment is important in many ways, but don't be just bogged down by that, okay? So this is what I would suggest, and my special prayers are there for Africa. God bless Africa.